Good morning, great Americans. This is another great American video from the bunker. This is a reminder to all Americans, not just Trump supporters, but all Americans, especially independents. The nature of fake news and propaganda. A lot of people do not realize how propaganda and fake news can seriously be so insidious. And you think that you're aware of it and you think that you are immune from it, but you are not. Case in point, ICE and the deportations of illegal aliens. When Trump was elected, his biggest issue was to deport all the illegal aliens that Biden had been allowing to pour over the border. And that was his biggest support among the American people. For the first several months of Trump's presidency, Trump enjoyed fantastic numbers in the polls regarding illegal aliens. Now, Trump's policies have not changed a bit. Trump sealed the border. Fantastic, amazing. He has been deporting illegal aliens as promised. Fantastic and amazing. And generally speaking, considering the thousands and thousands and thousands of numbers, things have gone pretty darn well. One tragic loss of life, and that was only because the person who lost their life literally attacked a police officer and tried to hit them with a vehicle. And frankly, they got what they deserved. You cannot attack law enforcement with a lethal weapon and expect to survive the encounter. So things have gone great, and yet the numbers are starting to go down. The public is starting to turn, and I am telling you, do not let that happen. If you were once a supporter and now you are changing your mind, I am here to tell you that you are a victim of propaganda. That is right. Propaganda and fake news work in if you should take a class, it's very interesting to take a class or study a couple of courses in propaganda and see how it really works. It's not just the old fashioned, like Nazi newsreels or something like that, which is blatantly propaganda. I mean, that's what people think of when they think of propaganda. But real propaganda really works in these insidious, subliminal, sort of subconscious kind of ways, just to constantly bombard you day after day after day with negative images has an effect on your psyche. Even if you know in your conscience that the images are not true. So let's say fake news and CNN and all those, they start saying that, oh, Trump's a Nazi and the ICE are Nazis, and you say to yourself, oh, that's a bunch of BS. I support Trump. I'm not going to buy into that. You may consciously understand that to be true. However, the insidious nature of propaganda is that if you are constantly bombarded day after day, month after month, with negative images of crowds in the street and tear gas going off into blah, 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 weak-minded people will start to turn. And that's what's happening right now, and we cannot allow it. I am here to tell you a couple of things. First of all, Trump's policies, the reason he was elected on handling the immigration problem, have been wildly successful, and they continue on just as they were. There is absolutely no reason whatsoever for the public to start waning or losing support. The only reason that support is starting to wane is because weak-minded people are allowing themselves to subliminally and subconsciously fall prey to the fake news propaganda. And the fake news propaganda basically is to constantly bombard you on a daily basis for a year, month after month and year after year, with negative imagery. And while many people will stand strong against that, like me, I recognize it for what it is. Of course, I don't even allow myself to watch fake news. So why should I why should I even subject myself to their bombardment? Unfortunately, some people watch fake news CNN and fake news CBS and the ABC, and they allow themselves to be bombarded with fake news. I don't know why, but they do. And it starts to work on them. It works. Propaganda is a very old art form, and it works for a reason. So I am here to tell you and remind you of what has been our theme for a long time, which is stay the course. Stay the course with Trump. Trump has done amazing, wonderful, in 1 year. This man has done more good for America than any other president has ever done in a year. And we need to stay the course and stand with Trump. And especially on this issue of ICE and immigration and deportations, we need to stand firm, stay the course, and stand with Trump. Trump doesn't just use words like these parasite politicians do. Trump has earned our loyalty with deeds and actions and results. And he deserves our loyalty. He deserves for us to go out and get out the vote this year in the midterms, so he can have more support. Because I promise you, the Democrats are going to drum up fake impeachments. They're going to bog him down in the mud, and that will be the end of making America great again. So we have to vote red in the midterms in 2026. But really, this video is about ICE and the deportation, because fake news and the Democrats are starting to just tell outright lies. I mean, I have heard the most disgusting, foul, sick lies come out of the mouths of Democrats regarding uh, ICE. It's just unbelievable. And meanwhile, at the same time, right, their new KKK, right? The Democrats' old KKK used to attack black churches uh, at night and burn them when nobody was in them. Today's Democrat KKK, they attack white churches in the broad daylight and terrorize the people. So while out of their one side of their mouth, the Democrats are lying about ICE, out of the other side of the mouth, they have resurrected the KKK and now attack churches. They attack federal law enforcement. They are fomenting a new civil war the same way they fomented the old civil war, because it's the only way for them to maintain power. Understand that the Democrat Party has been losing followers for a long, long time. And that is why Biden allowed illegal aliens to pour over the border in the hopes of getting them to vote. It doesn't matter if it's legal or not legal for them to vote or not. You think they care about that? There are Democrat sanctuary cities that allow illegal aliens to vote. And now that Trump is deporting them, the Democrat Party and their supporters have gone insane, because Trump is attacking the final base of their power. And now they're like a wounded animal stuck in a corner, and they're lashing out. And you cannot fall prey to it. Do not fall prey to the constant bombardment of negative news. You must stand by Trump. Stay the course. Support Trump. I would highly advise you to not watch fake news. Just don't. Why would you even subject yourself to the daily bombardment of negative images, false narratives, fake news, and lies that come from CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, and of course the brand new MS Now, which is really no different than the old disgusting racist MSNBC. Watch Fox, or if you're not big on Fox, watch Newsmax, watch Breitbart. I Hey, that's why I created Great American Real News Links. You can go to my website and find links to the top news sites that provide real, honest news. That's why I created it. So go there and bookmark the site and make sure you only listen to real news and stay the course. Stay the course. Stand with Trump. He is doing what he promised. He is doing what he was elected to do. And fake news is starting to chip away at that support because weak-minded individuals are allowing the negative propaganda imagery to affect them. And I'm telling you, don't let that happen. Stay the course, stand with Trump, deport all the illegal aliens, and I mean all the son of a bitches. And while we're at it, let's get rid of Ilhan Omar, that worthless criminal, and let's put Tampon Tim needs to go to jail for stealing billions of dollars. So that's it. I'm going to keep it short today. Stay the course. Check out the links that I put in the description of this video. Subscribe to our Substack page for free. And remember to get out and vote red in the midterms. Trump needs everybody to vote red in the midterm elections. And I will see you in the next Great American video. Adios, muchachos.